Hello everyone and welcome to today's video, brought to you by CockroachZone.com. As the title suggests, today we'll be briefly discussing the topic of damage, and if cockroaches are truly able to cause significant harm to your home. Well, let's begin with the positive news. Unlike termites, for example, cockroaches are physically unable to do severe damage to your property. They can't chew through metal or healthy wood. They won't destroy support beams or complex ductwork. You've got nothing to fear on those fronts. However, cockroaches are some pretty pesky little devils. They can work their way into insulation, wreck electronics, and potentially chew away over the course of time at wood that is already damaged and decaying. The best news is that any damage that is done can be rectified in short order. It's all temporary if you address it in a sound manner. Even a home with a full-blown infestation can have a quality resolution. Before we take a deeper dive into this topic, as always, a quick shout out to you, the viewer. This video and the material found at CockroachZone.com could not be possible without your support and your desire for quality information. Thank you so much. Now, let's begin our journey. Cockroaches are lovely burrowers. They nest and take up space. They clog. That's probably what they're best at in terms of causing damage. Electronics and insulation, as we noted in our introduction, can become ground zero if you do indeed have an infestation. Cockroaches are always on the hunt for food, so they will burrow as far as they can to find it. If you think you might have a cockroach problem, check these areas in your home. These hotspots are ideal living areas for roaches. Under cabinets, inside basements, attics, or walls, inside your electronics like kitchen appliances and gaming systems, around toilets and drains. Now, while many of these locations are not ideal for burrowing, they are ideal for roaming. Think of them as rest areas for a weary traveler. Cockroaches will often seek shelter along their journey in search of food. You don't have to come face to face with a roach, but there's still a chance that you'll certainly find where they've been. You'll spot the waste that has been left behind. For detailed information concerning a cockroach's relationship and damage probability with items such as heating ducts and drains and drainage systems such as gutters, sink and shower drains, and pipes, be sure to head on over to CockroachZone.com at the conclusion of this video. There you will find a wonderfully detailed article that will tackle all of these concerns, so stay tuned. However, it should be stated once again, cockroaches are not like termites. Cockroaches are the blockers and nesters. They take up space rather than eat right through it. Because insulation can be easily manipulated, cockroaches can damage critical insulation within your walls. Insulation is easy to tear. Over a period of time, this can cause a problem, especially if we're talking about the classic pink insulation. On the flip side, sprayed-on insulation is a bit more resilient. It's thicker, thus making it more difficult for a cockroach to navigate. Nevertheless, cockroaches can chew their way through. If roaches begin to nest within your insulation, several issues can occur. The obvious is that roaches can multiply without you being able to see a thing. Behind your wall could be God knows what, and that's certainly not a pleasant thought. The warm area is perfect for breeding. And finally, your insulation will become less effective in highly infested areas. You can't have roaches just ripping up the joint without the actual structure of the insulation becoming faulty. Your home will become less insulated if roaches have transformed the material into something of their own. Of course, the situation will only reach this crisis point if the infestation has become alarmingly severe. In order to prevent cockroaches from returning to the insulation, it's important to keep them sealed out if possible. This involves closing gaps between walls, floorboards, and tiles, sealing cracks in brickwork, and closing any gaps and holes around utility points. Another reminder, while cockroaches can't chew through healthy wood, they can take advantage of wood that is either wet or already in the midst of deterioration, as we noted earlier. In terms of electronics, we did touch on this a bit earlier, as well as in other videos. Electronics can be a nesting ground, perhaps the ultimate nesting ground. Even roaches jammed in can cause a major problem. And let's just address that elephant in the room. The idea of your television becoming packed with roaches is just gross. Yuck. Notable electronics that can fall victim to a cockroach infestation can include your television, kitchen mixers, gaming consoles, DVD and Blu-ray players, the wiring of your refrigerator, and the wiring of your ceiling fan. Once inside these items, roaches can block working applications, cause overheating, destroy circuit boards, etc. It's not pretty, both literally and figuratively. While it certainly would not be their first choice, cockroaches can damage fabric, curtains, carpets, and other soft cloth furnishings such as cushions. While this is rare unless you have a dynamic outbreak, it can happen, especially old rugs and old cushions. Any furniture items that have seen better days will likely be the first items to be affected. This scenario will likely never play out for two key reasons. You will have noticed a problem and resolved it long beforehand, and the probability that it would ever get this bad regardless is quite small. However, there are other factors in play depending on health concerns within your household. Asthma and other breathing issues, especially in small children, as well as any home occupants that are immunocompromised. In those cases, there is a chance that a cockroach infestation could force you out of your home for a short time. However, as noted, if you're observant and responsible, the situation will be handled and rectified in a positive way long before it ever reaches this nightmarish stage. And on that note, that will close things out for the video portion of this material. But we still have so much more for you. We invite you to head on over to cockroachzone.com. There you will find a detailed article dedicated to the subject matter that has been featured in this video. We think you'll find it highly informative. Are you currently watching us off-site? If so, please click the initial link in the description box below. Said link will take you to the information in question. We thank you once again for your support. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours. And we will talk to you later.